Seniors, please, whatever you do, don't go to bed tonight without doing this one gentle thing. Because if you don't, your muscles, your strength, your very sense of independence could continue slipping away night after night without you even realizing it. It doesn't matter how well you eat or how many pills you take. There's something much deeper happening inside your body after 60. Something silent but powerful. And unless we respond to it with kindness and care before we sleep, our muscles, the very fabric that holds us up, that keeps us steady, safe, and proud, will keep fading quietly in the dark that I know you feel it. That heaviness in your legs when you rise in the morning. That stiffness in your back that wasn't there 10 years ago. The way your hands feel weaker than they used to, even though you haven't done anything different. And then there's the emotional side of it all, that lingering fear, unspoken even to your family, that maybe this is just how it is now. That maybe you're slowly disappearing, becoming less visible, less capable, less you. You carry so much, not just in your bones or joints, but in your heart. You remember what it felt like to be strong, needed, constantly moving. And now, some days it feels like the world moves past you, while you sit quietly, unsure how to hold on to the body and life you once had. But let me say this clearly, with no hesitation. You are still here. You are still needed. And no, it is absolutely not too late to take back a little bit of what's slipping away. Starting tonight, let me tell you about Arthur. 81, widowed, lives in a small town with a view of the hills from his bedroom window. A proud man, but lately he'd been falling more. His daughter worried. His doctor suggested more protein, maybe physical therapy, but Arthur didn't want another appointment or another pill. What he really wanted was to feel steady again, to carry the groceries, to reach the top shelf, to climb the stairs without gripping the rail like it was his lifeline. One night, after a restless sleep and a dream that he was running like he used to, Arthur woke up and did something small. He sat on the edge of his bed, placed his feet flat on the floor, and slowly lifted each leg 5 times. Then he stood, held the wall, and gently bent his knees. No one told him to. He just did it. 10 minutes of kindness to his legs, his hips, his spirit. And he did it again the next night, and the next. Within a month, he noticed something. He wasn't gripping the rail as tightly. His legs didn't tremble in the morning. He began humming while he moved around the house. His muscles, long ignored, were quietly waking up again. Not because of a gym, not because of a miracle, but because he listened to his body before sleep and responded with care. You see, the body doesn't give up on us. It waits for us. Every night, as you lie in bed, your muscles, especially after 60, are craving reassurance. Movement is how they know you still need them. The worst thing we can do after a full day of sitting is lie down without a final whisper to our muscles. I haven't forgotten you. I'm still here. A simple stretch, a few minutes of slow, mindful movement, massaging your calves, rotating your ankles, standing at the edge of your bed and gently reaching for the ceiling, even if your arms don't go as high as they used to. These are not exercises. They're goodnight kisses for the body, signals that say, stay with me. I still need you. And when done regularly, they protect you in ways you can't see. They help you get up from chairs easier. They guard you against falls. They make the next morning feel just a little bit easier to face. Has this message touched something inside you? If so, Would you just leave a quiet yes in the comments? Or tell me your age. I'd love to know who's listening tonight. It's a small thing, but it means everything. Because this isn't just a video. This is a space just for you. A space where your voice matters. And I want you to remember, it's not just about the legs. It's about the heart, the spirit, the parts of you that have carried grief, fear, uncertainty, and still kept going. The world often forgets how brave older adults are, how strong it is to live through loss, to keep showing up for life even when it gets quieter. But your body remembers. It holds your stories, and it will honor you if you honor it in return. That I met Clara once, 74, lived alone after her husband passed. She stopped walking as much after her knee surgery, said it was just too much trouble. But one evening, she watched the sun setting from her kitchen window, and something inside her whispered, "Move." So she put on her soft slippers and walked 10 slow circles around her living room. Her legs ached. Her breath was short. But when she sat down, she felt something she hadn't felt in months: pride. That small act became her bedtime ritual. She called it her sunset stroll. And every night, as her muscles softened and stretched, she felt her loneliness soften too. Because moving before sleep wasn't just about strength. It was about reminding herself she was still alive, still in motion, still choosing life. Please, if you've ever felt forgotten by your own body, if you've ever stood up too fast and felt dizzy, if you've ever felt frustrated that your legs don't carry you like they once did, try this. Just tonight, before bed, a few moments of movement, however small, and a promise to yourself: I'm still here. You might be surprised at how deeply your body listens. And maybe you're wondering, but what if I'm too tired? Then let your movement be even gentler. Wiggle your toes. Squeeze your thighs for 5 seconds. Breathe in and reach your arms up, even if just a few inches. It's not about the effort. It's about the message. And that message is, I haven't given up on myself. Not tonight. Not yet. If you're still here, if you've made it to this point, I want to thank you. Truly, for your time, for your open heart, for letting me speak with you like this. You're not invisible to me. You're not a number or a view or a click. You're a person with a life that matters, a story that continues. And if this video has made you feel seen, even for a moment, would you share it with someone else who might need it too? And if anything I said touched something in you, leave a word or memory in the comments. I read them. I truly do. I may not be in your room, but I'm right here in this space, and I'll be here again in the next video, walking beside you, honoring you, and reminding you that no matter how many birthdays you've had, you're still strong, still whole, still capable of change. You deserve health. You deserve ease. You deserve to feel alive in your body, even now. Especially now, tonight, before the lights go out and the world grows quiet, give your muscles that one small gift. Tell them, you matter to me, and watch how your body, so quietly loyal, responds. Thank you for being here. You're not alone. And I'll see you again soon. And if you're wondering how something so simple can have such a deep effect, it's because your body isn't just flesh and bone. It's a living memory of everything you've done, everywhere you've been, and everyone you've loved. It's been your partner through joy and heartbreak, through long days and sleepless nights. And when we begin to treat it as something sacred again, not something broken or worn out, It starts to respond like an old friend who's just been waiting for you to reach out. You don't have to move like you once did, but you do have to move in a way that tells your muscles, your joints, and your spirit that you're not done living. That there's still more to see, more to feel, more mornings to wake up and stretch toward. Because when the body hears that message often enough, it starts to believe it too. Some nights, it might feel silly, just you in a quiet room, lifting your heels up and down, slowly circling your arms, rolling your shoulders. But over time, something shifts, not just in your muscles, but in your mood, your sleep, your confidence. That inner voice that used to say, "What's the point?" gets quieter. And a new voice comes in, gentler, stronger, saying, "That felt good. I'm glad I did that." That voice deserves to be heard more often. I want you to imagine this tonight. You standing in the bathroom brushing your teeth, and instead of leaning on the sink like usual, you take a deep breath and roll your shoulders back. Just once, then twice. Your knees feel stiff, so you gently sway side to side. You might even smile at your reflection, not because anything's perfect, but because you showed up for your body, for yourself. That's what matters. Not big change, but steady love. You might be living alone. You might not have anyone checking on you every night, but your body is always listening. And those little movements, those bedtime signals, they act like anchors. They stop you from drifting too far into weakness. They remind you that you're still the one steering this ship. Even if the waves feel different now, if this is making sense to you, leave the word anchor in the comments. Let's remind each other that we're not floating aimlessly. We have roots. We have will. And every night we decide to move, we pull ourselves back in a strength. There's something beautiful about this stage of life. You don't have to chase anything anymore. You don't need approval. But what you do need, what your body deeply craves, is intentional kindness. A few seconds of mindful movement at night isn't about fitness or goals. It's about connection. It's about not letting the day end without honoring yourself in some small, sacred way. Maybe you press your palms together, breathe deep, and feel your spine lengthen. Maybe you rub your knees gently, whispering thanks for carrying you today. These aren't routines. They're rituals. And rituals keep us whole. A woman once told me she hadn't felt like herself in years until she started doing 10 ankle circles in bed every night. That was it. Just ankle circles. But it gave her back a sense of control. And she said something I'll never forget. "It's the only time all day I feel like I'm tending to me." That's the power of this. No equipment, no plans, just a few minutes before sleep to tell your body, "I care about you." That care creates ripples. You wake up feeling steadier. You walk with a little more certainty. You look in the mirror and see not just age, but vitality returning in small ways. That if you've ever whispered, even just inside your own heart, that you miss the feeling of being strong, of being capable of trusting your own legs, this is how you begin again. Quietly, with a few slow, loving motions. And the best part? You don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to begin. Every night is a chance to reconnect, to keep what's yours, to preserve the strength you've spent a lifetime building, that you've spent decades showing up for others, raising children, supporting friends, holding families together. Now, in this season, it's time to show up for yourself. Your body doesn't need much, just consistency, just presence, just a few minutes each night to say, "I'm still in this. I'm still here." And maybe tomorrow, when you get out of bed, your feet won't ache quite as much. Maybe your balance will surprise you. Maybe you'll reach for something on a shelf and notice the stretch feels easier. These are the gifts that come quietly, without fanfare, but they matter more than most things. Before this night ends, would you do me one favor? Stand up gently and stretch your arms. Then sit back down slowly and notice how it feels. That awareness alone, that moment of presence, is a beginning. One step toward strength, one act of love. And if this video helped you feel any of that, even for a breath, would you let me know in the comments? I'd be honored to hear from you. Tell me what you did tonight. Tell me what moved in you that you're not invisible. You're not fading. You're evolving. Slower, perhaps, but wiser, more aware, more intentional. Keep going. I'll be right here in the next video, waiting to remind you again. You still matter, you still have power, and it's never, ever too late to take back what age tries to steal. One gentle movement at a time, one night at a time, one heartbeat at a time.